Just believe in miracles. It happens. If you never try it, you're never going to know. So enjoy life. That is going to change your life.
So today's episode, we are brought to you by Submission Nutrition.
They are a nutritional food company that provides clean and nutrient-dense food products designed for combat athletes. Their overnight oatmeal helps athletes stay on course with a healthy eating regimen.
Wait, so is this all organic?
Exactly, 100% organic with hemp seed, flaxseed, and chia seeds. It's with superfoods in all of the flavors.
So it's not just oats?
Nope, they use goji, pineapple, cacao nibs, and it's an amazing source of protein, fiber, vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and complex carbohydrates.
Is it like other oatmeals with a lot of sugar?
Nope, they use no added sugar.
I personally love overnight oatmeals because it's an easy way to have a healthy breakfast, especially when you're on the go.
Yeah, super convenient. And since it's oatmeal, it's really filling, and it's easy on the stomach so that you don't have to worry about an upset stomach during training.
Do they have different flavors?
They do. They got regular base oats, they got mountain muesli, mulberry goji walnut, pineapple coconut, and my personal favorite, chocolate almond and nibs. And I'm actually wearing a Submission Nutrition t-shirt right now as we record this advertisement.
Hold up. Not only do they sell overnight oatmeal, but they also sell some merch?
Yeah, yep. So head on down to submissionnutrition.com or find them on Instagram and go pick up a couple bags of overnight oats, get a hat, maybe a couple t-shirts. But before you check out, make sure you enter in promo code Sancha, that's SANCHA, before checkout to get an additional 20% off of your order.
We are also brought to you by No Flash Ink.
They are a tattoo parlor here in northern Colorado where they do 100% custom, all original tattoos. They've tattooed me. They've tattooed my entire family. I know you guys are going to love their work because I love their work. If you're familiar with the Greeley area, they are right off of 29th Street, but you can find their address on nfitattoo.com.
Or you could also find them on Instagram or on Facebook by typing in No Flash Ink.
Or shoot them an email to book your appointment right now at noflashinc@yahoo.com or just call them at 970-313-8064. Just don't forget to mention the Sancha and Sancho podcast for your discount.
Today's guest is someone who is a mother who travels the world and is a business owner. So far, she's our best example of what it is to be an American. Immigrating here from another country, not even knowing any English, navigating her way through life to now owning a business that is impacting the globe. I can't say enough about this woman, as she continues to be one of my biggest inspirations. Without any further ado, Maria Lopez. Well, let me start off by saying you look beautiful today.
Thank you. Thank you.
And thank you for taking the time to come on and share a little bit about yourself.
Absolutely. Well, my name is Maria Elena Lopez. I was born in Mexico, raised in United States. First, I came to El Paso since I was 13 years old.
Wow.
Where
were you born in Mexico?
Tasco, Guerrero.
Oh.
That's where all the silver or the minerals coming from.
Nice. To all la gente out there then, huh?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Nice. And how was your childhood out there?
I love it. If I was gonna burn again, I will repeat it again. I will have the same child.
Yeah.
Yes, I really enjoy it especially with my big family that I have.
Aww.
I have 5 brothers, 5 sisters, and never need to have friends because we have the whole group, like baseball,
play with each other.
Soccer. We had the full group.
So that is a big family. Yeah.
It's really nice. I really enjoy it when I was a little kid.
Wow. That must be pretty amazing to have a lot of like siblings and stuff like that to be able to grow up with.
Why'd you end up going to El Paso?
Well, when I came from Mexico, and that's the first place I came to El Paso. So I stayed there for going to high school.
Okay.
Start my high school, finish, not graduate, but after a few years after, got married, and then I stay married for 30 years, which I really proud because I have my three beautiful princesses.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, have a wonderful life. I'm not gonna complain. I have basically everything I need. Especially, I feel proud because I feel comfortable to grow up my kids, show them the right, let's say, the right things to grow up and learn. They all three graduate from high school. Um, I don't know what else.
I mean, yeah, that's a lot to be proud of, you know. I feel like just like raising kids in general, that's what you want the end goal to be is, you know, that your kids come out, you know, healthy, smart, and you know, that can be able to support themselves as well too as they get older.
Yes, yes. So I stayed 30 years married. And then after that, I decided to get divorced because sometimes you get tired of getting controlling by your partner and you don't have liberty.
Mm.
So I decided to continue my life
Mm.
by myself.
Yeah.
So, and that's, which is good because I think that's when you start learning about yourself, creating by yourself,
Mm.
and believing in yourself that you can make it by yourself, succeed in life. So I started by traveling. I got a college degree, which I don't really like it. I have my what is it called, my as the medical assistant degree. So, but I didn't really like it. I like business.
Mm-hmm.
So I started working as a business. I really enjoy working as the um, assistant manager for 6 years. I love my job. So I decided there because I have different opportunities to work on, like selling homes, which it
Wow.
becomes really good because I have very good benefits from there. I make money.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, I started traveling a lot, which one of the countries that I like to travel a lot, it's Dubai. And that's when I discover and find myself successful and decide open my own business as the carbon credits to clean the environment.
Wow.
So, which is very interesting on that because I have a lot of help, a lot of support. And so that makes me decide to open my own business, in which I'm working right now on that.
Mm-hmm.
And I hopefully that will come very successful because I have that nobody can have a certificate with the carbon credits that you can sell, and it's to clean the environment. That carbon credits, it's to sell it for, especially for the government,
Mm.
because the government can force the people that is what is it called, uh, contaminating.
Oh.
So the government made them to that they have to clean, to help clean, not to contaminate.
Right.
So I have that certificate that I'm selling right now. That is my goal, to sell it.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, I will keep working with the farmers in Costa Rica, which I have another business in Costa Rica that makes me help them to keep their farms.
Oh.
And that's at the same time they can help. They can get help with their farms by keeping them
Mm.
alive, like keeping, putting more trees, conserving that farm.
Okay. It's kind of like keeping it as like private property where
Yes, where
essentially.
nobody can come in and cut trees or do anything with that farm.
Wow.
So they actually, I'm really proud of Costa Rica because they protect the farms. So nobody can come in and just they want to build something, a house or whatever. They have to ask permission to see in what areas they can build. So they can't just come in and buy a land and say, "Oh, I buy this land for a really good price, so I'm going to build apartments or hotel or whatever." And they're contaminating, so they're not allowed to do that.
Right.
So they have to have their permissions to do that in specific areas.
Wow. Wow.
Yes.
That's pretty
So-
crazy. Actually, I don't mean to cut you off there a little bit, but I think that's pretty funny. Actually, I've stalked you a little bit on social media, and it definitely looks like you get around a lot. Like I saw Costa Rica, I saw Dubai, I saw stuff from Europe. It looked like.
Yes, Paris, Rome, Italy, even China.
Wow.
I
Okay.
went to Beijing, and that helps me a lot because I can discover different aspects of the countries, different countries, like China. China is very contaminated, but they're working. They have the Tokyo Agreement, so they have their own way to clean the environment. I'm actually signing into the Paris Agreement too, which everybody's into that. And I'm working here, where in United States too, to help them clean the environment too, because I think President Biden, it's supporting that, and actually he signed to the had agreement for Paris.
Wow.
So I think that is, I'm going to have a little bit of support on that because I think everybody needs like more information on this because I can see that nobody is informed about this because basically the government is taking care of this. So nobody talks about this, that they have to clean, that they have to help conserve. Like, do not use plastic. You have to take your own bag to the market. Like, do not use the straws. Like, because all that trash, it goes to the ocean. So it is going to be contaminating trees, and the water. All is going to be contaminated.
And that's
So-
huge. I think that's something that's really important, that just like what you mentioned, doesn't get talked enough about, like, what's going on in our own planet, and what type of things that people are doing.
Exactly. Actually, I was doing a job in construction, and I was talking to a lady that she was really concerned about this, and she says, "Can you explain it to me what exactly you do? Because it sounds very interesting. I never heard of this before." So that really surprised me that she was asking me more information about this because I understand, but this lady, she's around 78 years old, and she says that she never heard something similar to that.
Wow.
Well, I feel like we're kind of living in a crazy time. It almost seems like, I don't want to say the majority of the population, but I feel like there's a lot of people out there that still don't think that global warming is a thing. Like they don't think that that we really have that much of an effect on the environment. I feel like they just feel like
Exactly, especially since I was in Dubai, I was talking to, I don't want to give too much information about this, but I just want to give you a small explanation. I was talking with one of my partners that is from Dubai. He's a sultan, he's a sheikh, and he's building a lot of buildings, but he doesn't know how much he's contaminating by doing that. So maybe they're working on something else and on helping by not contaminating. But I was telling, why don't you buy this certificate for yourself? Because you're contaminating. That way you can help with the environment. And you know what? Actually, it sounds stupid the way he answered because I can see that he doesn't have enough information. Because he says, why I have to do that? We don't need that. And I says, well, what about how much your bed in the hospital cost? I asked him, how much the bed in the hospital cost? And I said, what do you mean? He said, yes. So what about if you get sick and you're going to the hospital? And then what about if you're lucky, you come back home? But what about if you don't because you're getting sick every day with the contamination? And he says, well, this is something for the government, not for me.
And I feel like sometimes it almost comes down to like, I mean, it's sad to say, but I feel like cost. I feel like it's almost cheaper for companies to not have to worry about things like recycling or their waste and what they're doing with all their waste and stuff like that. I feel like it's almost easier for some of these bigger companies just to kind of.
Well, I think that's the ignorance that we have because if we think it on the other way, because I was thinking like that before I know all this. When they ask me, when I see the natural disasters that is happening, like what is it, volcanoes, the hurricanes, all those natural disasters, and I was thinking, oh well, the government is going to take care of that. I don't have to worry about it. Well, we're wrong.
Mm-hmm.
We're totally wrong. We have to help. Because if everybody doesn't help, the world is going to get worse. Global warming, especially. So I don't want to focus too much on this one that we were talking about myself, but I just want to talk a little bit about this.
But I think it is important, though. I feel like that's actually some of the things that we already notice now. Just by like global warming, really quick, just to touch base in regards to that. I mean, you see like icebergs melting down, or
Exactly.
just small things like that that we're seeing happening right in front of our eyes, and yet we're still not doing anything about it, or we may not be educated about it. Or
so another question that actually that they asked me, these people from Arabia, they asked me, why in Costa Rica? Why you have to buy land in Costa Rica? And I told them because Costa Rica has the richest what is it called?
like oxygen.
That provides more oxygen because it's very green, has more rain, has especially the weather. Totally different. So it creates more oxygen faster. So that's why I told them, okay, buy a land in Costa Rica. That way you help the farmers to keep their farms. So and actually I'm focused too in planting trees, more trees.
That's amazing.
So I think that is very important to involve a lot of kids into that program. Like buy a tree for $30. That's our my main project that I have in the future to motivate all the kids, give them a certificate. That way he will be the owner of that tree, basically.
Right.
So we rent the land. That way he can plant that tree.
That's amazing.
And he can come to Costa Rica and take pictures, videos, whatever, and they can bring whatever they want, like siblings, to invite into Costa Rica. That way they can show them. That way they motivate other people to come and do the same thing.
That honestly just already excites me. Just like being able to like know that you're buying something, but also like benefiting the world.
Making a little bit of a difference, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's pretty cool. That's amazing. So I guess like let's just kind of take it back really quick. So okay. So you were born in Mexico. I guess like in that little transition right there, what was it that kind of made you go into the United States?
Well, because my parents came to United States, they actually leave us over there in Mexico by ourselves. And they came here to United States to work. That way they can bring us here to United States because there's no basically life over there to continue over there because it was, I don't know, no jobs, no money. So my parents, I don't know, decided to bring us over here.
Wow.
Which I really appreciate that they did that because we have a better life, better future. So yeah, we came here. I was an immigrant. I crossed the border, walking the desert, I think,
Really?
just for a little bit. Me and my other brothers, and it was kind of scary I'm not gonna lie to you, but it was kind of scary the way you cross because you see movies and or hear stories about other people that are crossing the desert,
Yeah.
and it's incredible. It's amazing the way they survive because they made them suffer a lot. Even a lot of people can't make it. They die.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh
So
my
it's
gosh.
not something easy. It's really hard. Only the ones that already pass by knows what I'm talking about.
Wow.
Yeah. It's really really sad, especially when they have kids bringing into the desert
Yeah.
because they die.
Oh my gosh.
There's no
That's
water. There's no nothing. It's just walking and
right.
walking and walking for miles and miles, and it looks like you never end. And then finally, if the immigrations uh, uh, pulls you or take you, or well, you're lucky because at least they're gonna give you some water. But the other way, sometimes most of the people get lost on the desert,
Wow.
and there's no water, no nothing,
Oh my
so they die.
gosh. Wow. So was it just like you by yourself, or you said that it was with you
It
and your
was a group
brothers?
of people
Yeah.
with my brother and sister.
Wow.
And it doesn't take too long because it was very close, and back then it wasn't that hard to cross the border, but we walked just a little bit, not that much.
Was it like during the day, at night, or how does that work?
Yeah, it was during the day.
Really?
So yeah, we crossed the not the border, we crossed the river
Oh.
and walk a little bit, and then yeah, that's the way we we stay here in the United States forever till now.
Wow. So okay, so you got into the United States and then what?
Then after a few years more, my brother tried to get my documents, but since I was already 16, turned 16, so once you get older than 16, you can't get your documents.
Oh, really?
So I think only my sister Esmeralda is the one who got the her documents from my brother.
Oh.
So after that, I think the president, I think, what is it? Which president was it? Mm, I can't remember. I can't remember right now, but
Yeah.
made it the amnesty. So that's when I became president. And a
Wow.
lot of people get benefit by getting the residency.
Holy
So
cow. So then you said you started going to high school.
yes, after that, yes.
And I feel like it kind of skipped really fast, but did you say you didn't graduate high school?
I didn't graduate, no, because I got married, and so I decided to go to my husband and take care of my. Well, I have my kids yet, so I wait for a while to have my kids, my first kid, and then after that, have my first kid, and then I have finally had three.
Mm-hmm.
So I opened my own business too, as a carpet business, flooring and all that. And I think since then I opened three business at
Yeah, holy cow.
the same flooring because I was specialized on that.
Yeah.
And I guess like where did that mentality come from? So, like not having, I guess, physically the education, but like having that knowledge to like, hey, like this is like a way to make money or
Well, I have. It's very interesting because since I was I will say 7, 8 years old, we have what is it called, a chicken farm
oh, okay.
that
Yeah.
we have a business. So I learned from my mother. That she was actually my hero, my motivation, and she teach me how to do business. And I was actually always with her. I was selling the chickens to the people in the hotels, all clean and everything. So that's what I'm saying. That I have in a big family, it's a benefit because one we were 10, so all of them has
One task.
one test to do. So it was pretty fast to do it in one day, to clean 500 or 1,000 chickens.
Oh, okay.
And then take it to
Yeah.
the hotels. That's where we made money before we came here to the United States.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. So
that's really
since that, I think I like it because I feel very responsible trying to help my mother. And she showed me. So I keep working on that. When she comes over here to United States, I still working on the same thing until she says, okay, let's go to United States. It's time to change our lives.
Right.
That's amazing because I feel like there's something about that culture that's like even in today's society, I feel like that's something that a lot of people are missing. Like, I feel like for me, I feel like I was blessed because my mom always she's a hairdresser. She was always trying to work for herself, always trying to have her own salon and stuff like that. So I feel like growing up and seeing that, I feel like that gave me a really big perspective. But I feel like there's a lot of people out there that don't ever get that perspective. So it almost seems like a lot of people are just lost. Like, they graduate high school and you're 18 years old and you're expected to know what you're going to do and you're expected to know.
You know what? And there's another thing that I learned because we usually throw away all the stuffing from the chicken. You know, the liver, you can cook it too, and it's really good, delicious. So, and I was telling my brothers, why are we throwing this away? Do you know this is money? It says we're going to get a bucket and put all these things and we're going to sell it. So we were going to sell it. We ended up having a lot of money by the end of the day, and not even in the whole day. It took us like 2 hours to sell the whole thing. So I think I think learning by myself on how to do business. And now that I'm doing this business that I have here in Dubai and Costa Rica and the other business that I had before, it feels like I have already experience. You know, like by having customers or how to deal with the customers.
And I feel like that's what makes it so great here in the United States, because I feel like the opportunity is always there.
Exactly.
And if you really look around,
exactly, yes.
the thing that's like really, really surprising if you're not really paying attention, but it's the people that are immigrants are the ones that are running all the businesses here.
Right.
And I feel like you don't really see it a lot from the people that were born and raised here. Like, those are the people that are working. Those are the working class. But the people that are running the businesses, especially some of the big names, they are immigrants.
Exactly.
And they call it the land of opportunity, but I feel like a lot of people miss out on that perspective. And it's crazy just to look back and see
Well, you know what, just to let you know, there's a book that, first of all, I hate reading before. But once I started reading books, oh my God, that is the most impressive, I think. I don't know. I will, if I had someone that will give me or tell me, hey, reading is very important. That is the truth. So I received a book from my daughter. That is my motivation. That, oh my God, that makes me crazy. I used to read books before, but that book, it changed my life.
Wow.
So I think it's a lot of truth that I'm going to recommend that book because it's really, really intensive.
What's the name of the book?
It's The Magic.
The Magic. Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's actually the same author as the Secret,
Yes,
isn't it?
Yes,
Yep.
yes.
Oh,
But I
wow.
think The Magic has something else different
Like
than
the
The
magic.
Secret. The Secret has, well, I'm not going to tell you because you're not going to read it, but you have to read.
You got to find out what the secret is.
Honestly, that's
Yes,
funny.
Exactly.
In high school and in middle school, I hated reading. I'm kind of the same way. And every time they had us read a book, it was because it was a project or it was some sort of, thing that we just kind of had to do. So I feel like that maybe that's why I didn't like to do it. And it's crazy because The Secret is one of the first books that we read kind of just by choice. And I feel like that started this weird snowball effect to where now, like,
Right.
I catch myself like looking for other books that are not similar, but that kind of give the same sort of perspective and kind of put you on this different thought pattern of trying to do better or just look at things different. And it really has snowballed into reading a whole bunch of different books. And now, like, I like reading. It's kind of weird because I wish I would have felt like that in high school.
But I feel like there's a difference, though. It's like when you're in school, I feel like you're assigned a book, and it might be about a subject that you're not even like so interested in.
But I
or,
think the difference in here it's that they force you to read a book.
right.
Yeah.
It's a lot of difference when you get the book and you want to read it. It makes a lot of difference because you're gonna read it and then you're going into the story.
Yeah.
And so that is the
Willingly.
best. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, The Secret is definitely something that started it for us, for sure. And
Yeah.
that was a couple of years ago. So.
Uh-huh. Yep.
So now you need to read the Magic.
I know. We're going to have to check that one out.
Yeah, it's intensive. It's a very nice book.
My sister-in-law has been trying to get us to read that book for a while now, so maybe now's the time to actually pick it up.
But I think it's really important, though. I mean, I feel like,
And
do you
know,
think...
just believe in miracles. It happens.
Ooh,
So,
I like
yes, yes.
Do you have anybody in specific that that inspires you? Or do you have anybody that you look up to or something that pushes you to stay motivated?
It's a lot of things. One of the things that, first of all, my hero, it was my mother. After that, when I got divorced, I feel free to do whatever I want. One of my dreams, it was traveling. So, and when you start traveling, I think you find a lot of things that you're never going to imagine that by traveling, you're going to find it. And one person told me, just keep traveling and that is going to change your life. And that is true because I find a truth that it's unbelievable because only the people that pass by this is going to maybe say, oh, yeah, she's right. I know what she's saying. I'm saying because my mother was born in Spain, and my dream was to go to Spain. So I invite, you can imagine everybody, even my daughters, and says, oh, I can. And I say, well, no, because nobody can. That is going to stop me, to go. So I decided to go by myself.
Wow. I think that's
I
huge.
was thinking I was by myself, but I wasn't. My mother was there.
Aww.
And it was the amazing trip in my life. I think I really enjoyed that trip because I feel that she was there with me.
There really is something about traveling, and I don't know if it's because it's really easy to get comfortable with
the day-to-day life that you live.
Yeah, it's just the things
I
that you
think
know.
I find out the difference when you travel with people or with your siblings. You're comfortable because they say, oh no, they're gonna take care of me. That you never pay attention to anything. So you just follow them. The other way, when you're going by yourself, you find yourself. It's like you pay attention to everything, every single sign, every single person, every single place.
Well, you're in your own thought process, right? Nobody's
Exactly. So I
interrupting
have to take
it,
care
and
of
it's just-
myself.
yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. So you keep watching yourself around, and it's amazing. It's really interesting because you learn a lot of things, and when you travel, it's different places. It's history. You learn a story. You learn the people. You learn you learn a lot of things. So I recommend you to travel because that's the only thing that we take. So enjoy life.
Yeah. The memories, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I love that.
That's awesome. Maybe I need to go travel by myself. I think you're going to get me in trouble.
Sometimes you can. Yeah, why not? Give your time for you.
No, that's amazing. Spain is something I've always wanted to go to Spain. Europe, I have to make a trip to go to Europe. And I feel like there's so much out there though that it makes me just think I have to spend a lot of time. I don't want to just go there for a week. You know what I mean? I feel like even when I go to places here in the US and I'm there for a week, it almost doesn't feel like it's enough. And I think that's the problem. And if there's other people out there like me, I feel like just getting caught in the struggles of work life, it makes it impossible.
you always have a different opinion on when you travel to different places. But you always have your own, I mean, your favorite place. You always have your favorite uh, theme or history or people or place.
Mhm.
So I'm saying I think that the best place I ever been it was Spain. The ones that makes you welcome.
Mhm.
The people, it's really nice. The story, the places, everything,
Wow.
everything was really nice. I feel like a home.
Well, it's
Yeah.
awesome.
And if there's any other, I feel like you're the best form of proof here that it's getting caught in the work. I call it the rat race, where you just every day you wake up, you go to work, you come home, you go to bed. You wake up the next day, you go to work, you come home, you go to bed, and everybody kind of gets stuck in that cycle. But if you are running your own business, it almost really opens up this freedom for you. And I feel like it's something that you kind of see celebrities do, or you see some of the big business owners do, and they travel a lot, and people just don't understand. It's like, well, how do you travel so much? And it's because, I mean, when you are working for yourself, you actually free up a lot of your time, right?
Yeah, that's what a lot of people ask me. How do you get a lot of money to travel? I'm by myself, so I don't have with to waste my money with anybody else. So why not to travel? That's my my thing to do. So what I'm gonna do? What else I'm gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna spend my time on traveling because the traveling and what you eat is what you take.
Yeah.
So why not enjoying it?
Right.
And that's
And
something that I think we've spent a lot of time thinking about, like, especially since we are still pretty young and we're trying to plan our life before really settling down and having kids. Because I know having kids makes that so much harder. And I feel like that's also why a lot of people don't travel as much, just because it gets so
the kids,
expensive.
yes.
Yeah. So I really need to keep that in mind. We try to travel as much as we can. Um, we need to get out more.
Yeah.
So that's
So
really inspiring. I
if
like that.
there's one place that you haven't been to yet, but you would like to go, what would that be?
Bora Bora.
Oh, Bora Bora.
Didn't even think about that.
Bora Bora,
That was so
Greece.
fast.
I didn't even
would
finish the
like to be
sentence. And Bora Bora.
in Greece. I would like to go to what is it called? Tierra Santa. What is it called? The
Tierra Santa.
in Belen and no, not Belen. Where Jesus?
Oh, Brazil?
No, not
Oh,
Brazil.
Jerusalem.
Jerusalem.
Oh,
Yes.
Jerusalem.
There we go.
Yeah.
That would be an amazing trip.
That would be.
Yes,
Yeah.
and it's very. I think like 3 hours from Dubai.
Oh,
Oh, really?
wow.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
it's very close. Yeah,
Yeah.
Egypt too.
Yeah,
it's very
Egypt.
close.
Egypt's
That
definitely
would
one of my
be-
big ones. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's very nice places. So that's my places that I would like to go in the future.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
And I guess like with that though, you know, like owning a business, having to set goals and stuff like that. How like what are your tips and tricks as far as like being able to accomplish something?
I most of the time write it down and make a list. And every time, for example, I used to do that by the end of the year. And then every time that I accomplish one, cross it off and keep with the next one.
Well, it's kind of like a Mexican heritage, right?
Yes.
It's like around Christmas.
That's what I learned. So yes, yeah, that's what I follow, and I think it becomes true.
So, do you think that kind of started up like your whole idea of like being able to know that you can write something down and it does come true?
Yes.
Do you think that tradition?
Yes, and that's what the magic is about.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
So
Yeah.
that's why I'm making you to read that book.
So, for those that don't know what this Mexican tradition is, can you kind of explain to them like what it is that you do, or as like a heritage, I guess that we do at the end of the year?
Well, by the end of the year, I used to, that's funny because yes, I used to by the end of the last day of the year, I used to go midnight.
So this is like New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve, yes. So not even I don't give cards. I do it after. So I grab my luggage, and I say, "Who wants to go with me? Follow me. If not, stay here." So I think my dreams come true every year because I can't stop traveling now.
Wow.
Because I used to go out with. It doesn't matter how's the weather. I just go running with the luggage outside. Sometimes I get scared because it's shooting. I don't know if it is fireworks or it's shooting, so I'll have to go back.
Oh my gosh.
But at least I made my dream come true already. So
Wow.
yeah. So
And then isn't there like a thing where you eat like 12 grapes and stuff like that, right? Where you kind of like wish upon
yes,
like
well,
every
I think
goal.
a lot of
type
people
thing?
knows about that. So
Yeah.
that tradition, I think everybody does the 12 grapes. I don't do that much. I just believe in the on the luggage.
I feel
You're like,
That's
is
the most
that
thing
for
that I
sure?
like to do.
I feel like the biggest thing though is writing things down. We try to do
Exactly.
that a lot,
Yes.
and we have a vision board in our bedroom, which we definitely need to update, by the way. But
And one of the things that is actually on that book is being grateful.
Mm.
Yes. So
Right, because you have to.
and you don't have to say it once. It have to be 3 times every time.
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
And I feel like that's one of the things too that I've kind of learned about like reading a couple different books and like all, revolving about the same information, which is to, yes, like write it down, but also believe that you can accomplish that. And just like what you're saying, being grateful for that and talking it as if it's already happening now versus like, oh, like one day no, not so much that. It's like,
So actually, you write it down, and you ended up, I don't know, realizing. And then when you come in and check your list and say, oh my God, I already did this, I already did that. And you start crossing it off and say, oh my God, I didn't believe it. I can't believe it because it already happened. So
wow.
that's the way I make my dreams come true.
I remember reading this quote, and I'm probably going to butcher this quote a little bit, but a couple years ago we were reading this book, and in the book it was talking about a dream becomes an idea when you write it down.
Mm-hmm.
And when you write it down and start breaking it into sections, it becomes a plan. And then when you take that plan and start backing it with action, it becomes a reality. I feel like we've really tried to stick with that over the years, and it is crazy how much that we've actually done just by doing that. And I feel like that falls back into just getting comfortable with like the everyday cycle of life that you kind of forget. Like a lot of people at the beginning of the year or beginning of the year for New Year's, they write down like their goals or aspirations for the things they want to try to accomplish that year. But they write it down and they put it away. But if you write it down and you have it somewhere where you can kind of see it a little bit more constant, or it's something that you can actually, you have more, it's more accessible and you can remind yourself.
It's like you're looking houses. For example, I'm going to give you an example. Mm-hmm. It's like you're looking for houses. Mm-hmm. And but none of the houses that you really look is yours until you sign the contract. So once you sign the contract, it's your house. Mm-hmm. That's the same way when you make the dreams come true.
Wow.
When you think your dreams, but when you write it down, it's when it's yours.
Yeah. Okay, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
See, so I don't know. I like that. I used to live with my sister a few years, and it's one of the peoples that they don't like to travel. And now I see them because I tell them, you know what, I'm going to this place. I'm going to that place. And they always criticize.
Criticize
to me and says, why are you going too much travel? Why you travel too much? So why not?
Yeah,
Nothing is holding me up. So I'm going to.
Yeah.
Now they're doing that.
Oh, yeah.
They're traveling.
Oh, that's awesome.
So which I like it because they're now living life too.
Mm-hmm. Right. The way it should be, honestly. And I feel like sometimes it is kind of important to kind of know who you surround yourself with, because sometimes, that can motivate others to, step outside of their comfort level or maybe benefit yourself and get you to that next step in life as well, too.
Exactly. Especially, I experienced a lot of things. I learned a lot of things in Dubai that I have to be locked down for COVID, and I have to stay there for 9 months. So
Holy cow.
I don't know how I survived.
Oh my gosh.
But it was interesting. It's really nice people. They respect the life. I don't know. I like it. I like it because they have even their religion. They don't drink. They don't do much, but they enjoy life like healthy. I don't see any police on the street. I don't see any ambulances or fire truck
Hmm.
on the streets. So and that's because maybe they have a healthy life with no drugs, no alcohol, no nothing.
Yeah, I
But
feel like that we see that daily.
there's a lot of things that you can enjoy it healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's very safe. I love it. So
That's pretty awesome. We're gonna eventually have to go
go
and
over there and
visit.
enjoy it.
The flight out there is ridiculous, though,
But it's
isn't it? How
worth it.
long
It's
is the
worth
flight?
it. Don't complain on that.
How long is the flight?
16 hours straight.
16 hours.
Straight.
Oh
Wow.
my lord.
But you always have to
Prepare yourself.
no. I stop on different
Okay, like do like
Oh, layovers
Yeah,
layovers,
layovers.
2 layovers, I think. Yes.
in like Europe or something, or
No, in Amsterdam.
okay,
Most of the time it's
oh,
Amsterdam.
that's kind of cool.
Mhm.
That's
Yes.
still a long flight.
And then as soon as you get there, like, I mean, is it true about jet lag and
Yes. Yes.
I haven't
You-
flown anywhere far enough to experience jet lag. I don't think everywhere. I'm still I feel like I'm so excited to be there that I'm just like ready to go. You know.
Yeah, yeah. Once you get there, you're gonna experience a lot of good things that you're never gonna see in your life. I think if you're not going to that place. Yes, it's amazing. Actually, I'm really surprised at the things that they have because they have everything big, like the biggest mall, the biggest tower, the biggest ring, the biggest what is it? The biggest garden, the biggest. They have a lot of things. They want to be number one.
yeah. I mean, on top of that too, they had UFC over there as well too, so that's pretty cool.
Oh yes, and actually, I'm pretty amazed about how the people they're very rich and they're very simple. They're very they talk to anybody. They're not because they're on the high level. They're not allowed to talk with anybody.
Mm.
No, they're very nice people.
That's amazing. I feel like we definitely need more people like that.
Yeah, America's really judgmental, for sure.
Yeah, yeah, and but just don't go in March because it's Ramadan, and Ramadan means that they respect their. It's like in here, like the what is it called? The
4th of July or something.
no. It's
Like
like
Lent?
the yes,
Oh.
and but over there they respect everything. Restaurants are basically closed, or they cover up that way they don't see you eating on the street. You
Oh,
you
wow.
can't even have gum or water outside.
I was gonna say because you could only I think Ramadan. I don't really know a whole lot about it, but you don't eat certain hours of the day. You can only have water certain times of the day, right? And there's a lot of praying. But they fast a lot, right? Isn't
Oh
that
yes, they actually they had their breakfast at 4 in the morning, and then they can
Whoa.
have dinner at 7 p.m.
okay?
But first, they have to go and pray first and wash their hands, and then after that, they eat what is it called, dates and yogurt. That way, their stomach does not get sick or.
Oh, the probiotics, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
That is
very
pretty
nice.
interesting.
I learned all of that from since I was a long time there living.
Right? Due to COVID.
It's a little bit expensive, but it's worth it. Yes. So
Yeah, that is pretty awesome. I honestly think so. I mean, we're going to definitely have to go and check out, you know, Dubai sometime.
Yeah, I'm not excited about the flight.
they call it the city. The what is it called? The future city.
Oh, right.
Well, it's a city built on sand, right?
Exactly.
So
Which
logistically
everything
doesn't
is
seem possible.
export. Like even the sand, it's export from Mexico.
Oh, really?
Yes. The sculpture made it from Mexican a Mexican guy, I think. A sculpture.
Mhm.
So it has a lot of. It's not just from Mexico. It's from different countries that is made Dubai.
Wow.
Yeah, very interesting.
So, having that like business mindset and everything like that, um, I guess like what are some struggles that you face day to day that you know that you find like a way to kind of overcome?
Well, first of all, since I have to stay there for that long, I decide to sell everything I have here in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
That way I can survive over there. You open my business. Everything is very expensive over there. So I sold everything basically. I have a few houses that I bought when I was working as a assistant manager. And I decided to sell it because I think it's worth it and have my own business and try to see if it works.
Mm-hmm.
But because if you never try it, you're never going to know. So I say, why not? I'm going to try it. And especially if I had the support with the Jekes, or what is it called, the sultans and the people over there in Dubai,
Mm.
trying to help me with opening the business, and even they provide me a visa and all my documents. So I said, why not? Since everything is getting easy here to getting all my documents, which a lot of people get difficult to get all that. So
So you have residency there?
yes,
Wow.
yeah. So which I can't stay here more than 6 months. I have to go back to Dubai.
Oh, geez. Okay.
To kind of keep it active.
Exactly. Yes. And so once I started with that, and I said, well, I know I'm gonna start a business. I think this is a big project, and that I have to think really good in what I'm gonna do about it
Mm-hmm.
and how to survive. But with a lot of support with the people in Costa Rica, because this one has to be with Costa Rica because of the farmers, the farms. With their help, I know that this is gonna come true very soon. Once I sell the certificate, it's a lot of money on that, so I can go back and pay the farmers at least a little bit, that the way they can still, a little bit support to survive, and especially with this COVID that happened, a lot of people are suffering because they don't have money to survive, or things to keep surviving,
Mm.
and that's my goal. And once this one keeps working well, one of my dreams is to open a foundation, different foundations. Like one is for women that are single women that are with kids by herself working. I would like to open to support them. Another one I would like to open, make like apartments for people that doesn't have money, or they can even just pay like a part of it just for the services, and provide them houses, apartments. And another one to help kids, the little kid, like have, I don't know, I think that there's a lot of kids that are on the streets trying to work, and that it's really sad because I I used to see that in Mexico a lot. So if I can, it doesn't matter where. I think I'm gonna open it where they need it the most.
Mm-hmm.
And another one for the elder people. I would like to have like a big house and bring a lot of people that are, they obviously they can work. So at least to give them their last days happily and with confidence, with good services.
Mm-hmm.
That they provide food and have their clothes and medical everything.
Right.
So
That's
that's my
awesome.
one of my dreams.
That is truly amazing, honestly.
Mhm.
So, you know, kind of taking it back a little bit as well too.
Mhm.
You just kind of being like a Hispanic, coming to the US, did you face any challenges like with like your language?
Oh yes, a lot, especially um, uh, what is it called? I don't want to say it, but discrimination. A
Mm.
lot of discrimination.
Yeah.
And I think it's still happening right now. with a lot of discrimination. But sometimes just ignore those type of comments and keep going. Because if you get back or get angry, what are you gonna get? Nothing. So just ignore that, people.
Yeah.
I don't really pay. You get angry, obviously, but I don't get anything by getting angry too. So I just keep forward with my things, my thoughts, my beliefs, and everything that I have.
Well, what you're doing is working because I mean, look how like you have. It seems like you have a lot of success, and especially coming from some of the struggles or like being an immigrant, like those are really big obstacles to kind of jump over.
Well, since I sold everything, I don't know if I say that. I invest some money into bitcoins, which I think is a good investment. Because in a certain time you get a lot of how do you say it? A lot of
Big returns.
exactly.
That's funny. I also purchased some Bitcoin a couple months ago, and I've been monitoring that quite a bit. And it did fluctuate there a little bit for down for a while, but it seems like it's
Right
back on
now,
the rise.
it's
It's
the
going
best
back
thing.
up.
Oh yes.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So I hope I think I'm gonna get it that soon.
How did you hear about that?
It's a long story.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna explain it right now, but it's I think one of the things that you can do. Another thing, one of the investment that you can do and you never lose, it's buying properties,
Yeah. Especially here.
especially here.
Especially
Yes.
here,
Oh, I
especially
think
right now.
everywhere, everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, everybody needs a house. Everybody needs property.
Exactly.
And
So what I was doing, working on as a construction, buying a property that is totally damaged and fix it up and resell it. That's the best thing that you can do and get your money worth it.
That's like huge. I feel like sometimes you have to take a step back and kind of just realize what tools you have right in front of you that can bring you in that extra cash flow. I think
Exactly.
that's
You have to be only smart in how to use your invest your money. And especially I find out and discover the how to buy like mobile homes, pay 5,000, but it's totally destroyed. But it's my job. What is it called? Replace everything new and resell it. So that's a very good money that you can get it back to you to keep surviving. Then with that same money, you buy another one and do the same thing.
that's huge.
yeah.
A lot, yes.
That's a huge key right there. And I feel like it could even be with
And it's a small amounts, which, for example, in mobile homes, that you pay like 5 or 10,000 the most, and resell it for 60 or 70. So there's a lot of profit.
right. Wow.
Yeah, it's a lot more of an affordable option than trying to flip a house.
Exactly. Yes.
So where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Yeah. That's really good. The president. Well, I'm the president of my business. I see myself. That's a really good question. I see myself successful on my business, helping a lot of people. I don't want to say all those things because if I say it, maybe it's not gonna happen.
No, I
But,
feel you though. I feel like a lot of people have that same mentality. It's like you don't really want to say everything that you're working on, because sometimes outside, perspectives or whatever it may be or mindsets might actually throw you off.
But I will tell you a little bit. I'll see myself changing the world,
Okay.
That's awesome.
like especially the environment, because we need to work on that. It's we're in emergency that we need to work on that. I'm really focused on that. I don't know how I'm gonna make it, but I'm gonna make it.
Well, maybe we can help you out. I mean, maybe just like getting the word out a little bit. I feel like that's huge. Like you said before, a lot of people
Yeah.
don't even know
Yeah,
that
yeah.
like this stuff is going on. Is there a, how can people be a part of it?
Well, they can go into my website. I have a website that they can see exactly what I'm working on and have an idea if they can provide or if they want to buy a tree. That will help us a lot. Or even if they interested in buying farms in Costa Rica,
Okay.
we have those farms available, ready to buy it, and or to rent it. Actually,
Okay.
we have both options, and people are really interested on. They want to sell it as fast as it's as fast as what is it called?
as soon as
Fast
possible.
possible. Yes,
As fast as
yeah.
possible.
because they're in emergency that they need money to keep surviving, especially keeping their farms.
Yeah.
So that's my goal. If I sell that certificate, I'm gonna go back to Costa Rica and say, here's some little help that way you can keep your farms, and we're gonna keep working on this to have a better world.
Well, let's plug your website. What's your website? How do we find you?
You can. My website is www.j, which is Global Environmental Investment. J dot eau.com.
So www.j.eau.com.
Yes. .com.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah, so you can go in and check our website, and it has information that you can. If you have some more information, you can just send me an email, and I can give you some more information on it.
Cool.
That's awesome.
That's perfect. Let's see if we can get Jenny to pull that up.
Or my email, it's Maria at juae.com.
And J, you spell it as G
G-E-I.
G-E-I
UAE.
U-A-E.
.com.
Nice.
Boom. Okay, I see it now. So it pops up a page, Together for a Better Planet.
Exactly, yes.
Nice little intro video.
Global Environmental Investment. So that's the certificate I was talking about. That's the farms
Oh, wow.
that we have for sale.
So green.
I know. That's the way we want it, though, huh?
I feel like growing up here in Colorado, I always thought it was green here, but once I started traveling and
It's
getting out a
actually
little bit more,
it's one of my goals too to plant trees in here since the burning that happened
Oh, right.
last year.
it's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that will help us maybe plant some trees because I went to Estes Park and it's really sad.
Oh, yeah, it's
It's
bad.
all dry.
It's so bad. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can have some more information into the website, or you can contact us too.
Okay, cool. It has all your info there too.
Yes.
Okay.
That's awesome. I think we could all use that extra.
And actually, I am opening
support.
it's in Costa Rica. There's my website too, but it's in Spanish, so I don't know if it's Procosoc. Procosoc.
How do you spell it?
PROCOSOC. .com. PROCOSOC. Try with R, the last Procosoc R. that way it says Costa Rica. Mhm.
Take the .com off.
It's not-
It's not showing up. Or no way. It's PROCOSOCR.
We'll try to like look it up and
Yeah, we'll figure that out and we'll plug it in at the end of
yeah,
this.
we'll try to put it in there.
That's amazing, though.
Yeah.
A lot of people need to jump on board with this because I feel like it is pretty noticeable, especially with COVID hitting last year and
Oh,
kind of everything
yes.
shutting down. It's almost like the air quality wasn't horrible here.
Mhm.
Granted, we had the fires and that didn't help at all, but
I know.
the air quality was really, really bad there for a minute. But you could tell. I mean, with everything shutting down, and there wasn't a lot of people out on the roads, and businesses were shut down. But honestly, the clouds were. I mean, everything was really, really blue. I mean, the air quality seemed like it was great. It's almost like we needed a pause, and I'm sure that made a
Right.
huge, 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 huge difference.
Yeah.
Because even when we travel, we went to New York, we've gone to Cali, and the smog there is pretty noticeable. So I
Mhm.
can't imagine how it is in some of the bigger cities, like out in Japan or out
I
in
even
China.
in Dubai, when
Mhm.
I was in Dubai, I heard that news about Colorado.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yes.
It was the fires were crazy.
Yeah, it was pretty depressing. I'm not gonna lie.
It looked like there was a filter on
yeah.
outside because it was like tan. Like outside, it wasn't. It was like orange.
Yeah.
It wasn't
Wow.
blue like
Yeah, I
this. It was
think
like
someone sent me some pictures and I saw that. I said, oh my God, that's really sad.
it was
Mhm.
snowing ash.
Yeah.
It was crazy. You
literally,
would
it
see huge, huge chunks of just ash just
Wow.
falling. And we're not
Mhm.
even, we're kind of close to the mountains, but it's like an hour drive.
Right.
So to see that falling in our
yeah,
backyard and
that's pretty
covering up
insane.
our grass with
Mhm.
giant pieces of ash it was pretty scary.
And then
Wow.
you almost like think like, is this even like good air to be breathing in?
I'm sure it was horrible to
you
breathe in.
know.
I can't imagine living in Loveland or living in Fort Collins. I'm
Mhm.
sure that was
I
horrible.
think a lot of people got affected by the oxygen, about the asthma. Right?
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Mhm.
Nice. We got the website set up. Pulled up
Yes.
here. Very nice.
So let me see if I can read that from here. It looks like PROMOTORACOSTARIC .wix
Site.com.
site.com. And that takes you to, looks like the Costa Rica website for
Yes,
oxygen.
because Costa
Oxygen
Rica,
credits.
this one, the promotora, and the one in Dubai is going to work together. So basically, the one in Dubai is going to be the market. It's going to sell the farms, going to sell the certificates,
Mm-hmm.
and promotora is going to do the dirty job, basically, like collecting the farms, um, working with the farmers, and making the people to plant trees and all that. So I just collect all that information, which we have a contract with Promotora, with this company, and Jay, to work at the same time together because it's working on the same project.
Nice.
Especially Promotora is working on the flora and fauna, which is save the animals
Oh, really?
too, because it's one of the countries that has a lot of different birds that you can see and save because it's exterminating. It's what is it?
Going
Like,
extinct.
Oh.
Yes.
Wow. I know that's another thing that's just kind of sad to see, and some animals go extinct and stuff like that. That's pretty crazy, honestly.
And that's the only place I think you can see, for example, different kind of birds.
Mhm.
Wow.
Just a lot of wildlife. My thanks to my mother-in-law, actually, we had the experience and the opportunity to be able to go out to Costa Rica,
Right.
and it is amazingly green. Real humid.
Yes.
The weather is
Pretty
definitely not
hot.
dry like it is
Oh
here.
yes.
But that was one of the first times I've ever seen wild monkeys.
I
Oh,
know
yeah.
that
And,
was pretty
And
awesome.
very, very loud. They
Yeah.
can hear very.
Mm-hmm.
It's very loud.
I swear there was like a moment where I don't know, we were just looking out into kind of the jungle, I would say.
That's how I would
And
explain it.
out of
Yeah,
nowhere, we just like hear like literally a monkey just like
scream. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
pretty intense.
it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
A cool experience.
Is that Michael Jackson?
Yeah, that's a Michael Jackson. You can hear that song. It's really amazing. It's that's why we put that song because it's about the disasters in life
Oh, wow.
and the global warming and everything.
Yeah, I
That
think
way we
that's
can
huge.
have an impact.
Right. I think that's huge, just educating people with the right tools and resources where they can go in and feel like they're participating and, helping in our own future. Because really, I mean, it's kind of in our hands now. Like everything's now starting to kind of turn where we're seeing like our parents like get a little bit older and stuff like that. Now it's like, I feel like now the world is kind of like on our hands where we are the future.
Yeah, if you don't think that global warming is real, just hop online. It's really easy to hop online and
Exactly.
just look it up. There is a lot of different examples as to how we are making a big effect on our economy. So it seems like we are almost a little bit too late, but we just need to kind of jump on board and see if we can start making a little bit of a difference.
Well, if we don't do anything, then we're gonna die.
Yeah, yeah.
So everybody have to collaborate on this because it's our responsibility.
Mhm.
Because the man is destroying the world,
Yep.
the human.
Man.
Well, that's pretty cool. When are you going back?
Pretty soon,
Yeah.
maybe in 2 weeks.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
yes.
That's really soon.
Going to Costa Rica first and then Dubai.
Okay.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Well, due to COVID, I feel like out of all times now is probably the best time to travel, which kind of seems a little weird. I mean, if you're comfortable with traveling and being really close to other people on the plane, I feel like right now it seems like prices for flying are a lot
But-
cheaper than they were.
Actually, you sit by yourself. It's one seat per person. So
Oh, really?
yes.
Oh, wow.
So
The last time I went on a
fall
flight,
asleep.
it was packed.
Yeah, it
You
was a full
better
flight.
take your blanket and fall asleep.
Well, 16 hours. Yeah, you better. Well, I
That
don't know if I could sleep for 16
And
hours.
then you don't have to
No.
worry about that
don't-
awkward
they-
person sitting next to you and leaning their heads
Falling
against you.
asleep on me.
They don't let you sleep that much, so they have to wake you up to eat.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That is pretty interesting.
Yeah. So
So for anybody out there that really is just maybe starting up a business, may not have like as much knowledge, or maybe just needs that extra encouragement, what is like an advice that you would give to anybody out there?
there's a lot of help. You always have to just ask. I'm looking for to open a business about I don't know, depend what kind of business, but there's a lot of help. And if you don't find the help, you're never not gonna go and get the right place. So always, and especially these people are really nice, and especially they want to the people come and invest into their country. That's what they want. So the help is there. So you have only to click, enter in the right spot, and get the right information.
I love that.
That's huge.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you heard it anywhere, you heard it here first.
See, those are my my workers in Costa Rica that are working to get the lands, talking with the farmers, trying to convince them to work on their lands. We have even lawyers that certify our jobs. That way, everything is legal.
Very nice.
And I hope we have the support from the government, and not just in Costa Rica, I hope around the world, because this is their responsibility, that we can work and make this successful.
That's
Solutions for the future.
That is awesome.
Yeah, like I was gonna say, if you heard it anywhere, you heard it here first. Start your own business.
Mm-hmm.
Read, and if you're gonna read anything, read Magic or The Secret.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Write your goals.
write down your goals.
Mhm.
That is huge. Have some goals. Maybe people
Have
should
some
start
goals
there.
first. Yes.
And know that nothing should really hold you back, even if you may not be
No
fluent
matter
in one
what your
language.
circumstances
Yeah,
are.
no
try
matter
it.
what your substance.
Always try it, because if you never try it, you're never gonna know.
That's huge.
Mhm.
You're always gonna fail if you don't try.
Exactly. Yes.
Okay. Write down your goals.
What happened if you don't try it, or if you don't succeed?
Yep.
Just go back where you were doing the same
Yep.
thing. Nothing is gonna happen if you don't try it. It's like we want to win the lottery, but what happened if you don't buy the ticket first? If you don't buy the ticket, you're never gonna know if you're gonna win the lottery. That's the main thing. Buy the ticket.
Buy the ticket.
Mhm.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good analogy. Cool.
All right.
Anything else? Any other questions?
I don't think so. I think that was pretty awesome to be able to kind of get to know who you are, what struggles you went through and overcome, and now being able to kind of see you running your own business, and not only any type of business, but an important business that would actually benefit the world. And I think that's pretty amazing. And again, I just want to thank you for coming on, sharing your story and your knowledge, in hopes that that this benefits others that are listening.
Well, I'm very grateful that for your invitation. I would like to talk more about my life, about me.
Mm-hmm.
I think I focus too much on the business, but the most important thing is to help the environment.
Mhm.
That is, I think, an emergency. But I'll appreciate life. I appreciate for everything I have
Mhm.
and what I have made. And I say thank you, thank you, thank you for everything and for your invitation.
Well, I love that.
Yeah.
And we're gonna have to have you back on.
I know.
Here, next time you come back into the States, I would love to have you back on. Just that way we can talk about your business a little bit more, see like kind of how things are developing.
I will come back when I have my goal already
Accomplished.
accomplished.
I like
Yes.
that.
So that way I can tell you, hey, my dream works. My goals are already accomplished. So I'm here now to tell you that when you write it down, it's true. It becomes true.
Well, that makes me excited to have you back. So
I know.
when you were back in town, please let us know. And anybody that's listening, go to the website, see if you can make a little bit of a difference, big or small. I'm sure it all makes a big difference, whatever it
Exactly,
is.
yes.
And let's all jump on this. Let's all try to take up the opportunity to make this world a better place, because it needs it, especially right now. Everybody's struggling. So
Yes.
let's make it happen.
Thank you very much for the invitation, and God bless you, and let's travel.
Let's
do it.
I like
Woo!
that.
Let's go.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Gracias.
thank
Thank you. Gracias.